Many people notice that metal objects near the ocean rust faster, and that cars in snowy regions corrode more quickly during winter. In both cases, salt is involved. However, salt itself does not cause rust. Instead, salt accelerates the chemical processes that lead to rusting. To understand why, we first need to understand what rust actually is. Rust is the product of a chemical reaction known as oxidation. When iron comes into contact with oxygen and water, iron atoms lose electrons and form iron oxides. This process occurs naturally and continuously, but under normal conditions it happens relatively slowly. Salt changes the environment in which this reaction takes place. When salt, or sodium chloride, dissolves in water, it separates into positively charged sodium ions and negatively charged chloride ions. These dissolved ions allow the solution to conduct electricity much more effectively than pure water. Rusting is an electrochemical process, which means it depends on the movement of electrons. In salt water, electrons can move more easily between iron and oxygen, which significantly increases the rate of oxidation. Chloride ions also play a direct role in damaging metal surfaces. Under normal conditions, iron can form a thin oxide layer that slows further corrosion. Chloride ions disrupt this protective layer and prevent it from reforming. Once the protective layer is damaged, fresh iron is exposed to oxygen and water, allowing rust to develop more rapidly and penetrate deeper into the metal. In addition, salt attracts and retains moisture from the surrounding air. This property, known as hygroscopy, keeps metal surfaces wet for longer periods of time. Since water is required for rusting to occur, the presence of salt ensures that the corrosion process can continue even in conditions that might otherwise seem dry. These effects explain many real-world observations. Metal structures in coastal areas corrode faster because salt from sea spray settles on their surfaces. Cars rust more quickly in winter because road salt dissolves in melted snow and coats the undersides of vehicles. Bridges, ships, and pipelines exposed to salty environments require special materials and protective coatings to slow corrosion. In summary, salt does not initiate rust, but it greatly accelerates it. By improving electrical conductivity, breaking down protective layers, and keeping metal surfaces moist, salt acts as a powerful catalyst for corrosion. Rust is a natural chemical process, but in the presence of salt, it happens much faster.
Chemistry, making life better.